Well, Sunday is the turn of the Fillies Classic at Newmarket. More on that shortly. Delighted Jason has joined us once again to look through the card and all the ITV races, 7 of them on Sunday to keep us occupied. And we start with 150 at HQ. Jason, a mile and a half handicap, and Zabil Champion is on a hat-trick for the banging form Johnson team.
Yeah, there are a few in here bidding to maintain that winning run, aren't they? Rodrigo Diaz down the bottom for David Simcock. Luckily, Silvestre de Souza can do it lightweight. He's just been thrown in here with only 8 stone 3 on his back, but he's up in against much tougher opposition. Zabil Champion, he's always threatened to be a better than a handicapper, if you like, and he's just taken a little while to grow and strengthen into his frame. He managed to win, as you mentioned, last time in pretty bloodless fashion. And for me, it won't be long before he's triple digits now, 101. And I'm sure that Mark Johnson will be thinking further down the line that he's a pattern race performer. Should get the perfect setup as well, Matt. Sky Defender goes forward. He sits, he pounces, Ben Curtis, Johnson combination.
We move on to the 225, the Pretty Polly, then a listed contest for fillies, and a few of these looking to put down a claim for the Oaks next month.
Yeah, I mean, we've got lots in here of unknowns. Probably, if you go down through, the Mystery Angel was a little bit unlucky for the Bradley team when she went over to France recently, and probably should have won. I remember speaking to George Bowie. He was a little disappointed it hadn't gone her way. She's got a fitness edge, if you like, on all the other runners, apart from C. Karatz. The filly at the top, Ashara, she's actually a full sister to Washida. She looked really talented on her debut. She was a bit keen. If the rain arrives in time for her, that will be key because she really hits the ground hard. So any softening in the ground is going to suit her. Quick conditions, I would give her the absolute body swerve. I think that the ground is not going to be in her favour. And C. Karatz, if she'd managed to win on her debut at Newbury, which I think she should, was a little bit unlucky in the run. James Doyle just didn't get the right splits at the right time. 500,000 guineas she cost. And I'm sure that this race had been on the radar regardless of how she ran in this. I'm sure William thought we'll win that and we'll go straight in here. Just that perfect little gap, 16 days, if she comes out of the race well. So, C. Karatz, I feel.
Yeah, and she wasn't beaten far either, was she, at Newbury? We move on to the Dahlia Stakes then, Group 2 over 9 furlongs, and the beautifully bred Furat is in here, and it's a horse that we've been going in with a few times of late, Jason.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, talk about talented, but doesn't always get things right, if you like. She always threatens to be very, very good. I mean, Indie Angel has been a superstar for the team. Lavender's Blue looked pretty good when she managed to win on the all-weather last time at Kempton. And then right down the bottom, Queen Power. She was supposed to be the big horse, wasn't she, if you like, the first one or one of the first ones of the King Power team that were in at St Michael Stouts, but hasn't fallen into place for her. She's been a bit keen and racy. Going to have to go with Lady Bothorpe. William Jarvis had a double at Windsor just the other day. It was across the card double, in fact, but one of them was at Windsor. The team are in good form, and she produced her best performance when winning at Ascot off a strong pace. Looks as if she's going to get that here. Furat, Freya, Posted, all like to go forward, and she's blessed with a tremendous change of gear. Wasn't beaten too far last time out, up at the highest level, and I feel this is a good starting point. Could just be the Group 1 winner that the team has been longing for a little while.
Lady Bothorpe then in the Dahlia. We move on to the Fillies class and the 1,000 guineas, a dozen set to face the starter, and all the talk for the last month, 6 weeks has been about Santa Barbara. A huge gamble. Surely she's a bit skinny though on the back of a mile maiden win.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think it's going to take some effort for her to come in here and win off the back of a maiden. I don't think it's been done. I did read it earlier in the week. I'm sure it said something like 1942 or 49 was the last time that a maiden came in and managed to win. It's a huge. She's drawn on the wing. The stalls are in the middle, so she's out in stall number 1. Some pace angles, the likes of Statement, alcohol free. There was nothing between them when they ran in the Dubai Duty Free or the Fred Darling. as it used to be known. So they've got to be respected. But I keep coming back to Sacred. She gives herself every opportunity to stay the mile. She's very relaxed. She's got a great change of pace. We've got a jockey in form. There is so much in her favour, and she's a real hardened, tough campaigner. So I find it hard to look past Sacred. I think she'll get the trip. Michael Hills has been riding her work, and he's suggesting that, she's got one explosive change of gear. I don't know, Santa Barbara, 5-4, 6-4 around there. Not for me.
Sticking with Sacred then. And just a word on Tom Marquand as well. I mean, he's been obviously to Australia, done a stint here, and he's come back like he's never been away, just sticking in the winners and a 66-1 shot going in for him at Ascot on Wednesday.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, Matt, from a sportsman's point of view, to go and change into that different rhythm, be out there in Australia, the way they race that little bit tighter, they're all on top of each other, and it's about timing. It's about timing your run and coming through. So a young lad, a fairly young lad at this stage of his career, he's trying to improve all the time. Fallon would often come back in on those Group 1 winners and say, I could have done this, I could have done that. Even when he was winning, he was still critical of himself, trying to get better and be better. And Marquand doing the right thing. I think a winter for him over at California at Santa Anita now would just put the polish on what is already a fantastic jockey. So, yeah, he's great to watch.
It could be 1,000 Guineas winner as well on Sunday night. But it's not just about Newmarket as well. The ITV cameras in action at the other two flat meetings. We've got the one race from Salisbury, Jason, the City Bowl over a mile and 3/4. Just a 7 go to post here. But we've got this Prince Alex, who was an absolute winning machine last campaign for Rafe Beckett. And the very lightly raced Andrew Baldwin foiled Opera Gift as well. Look to head the market.
Yeah, I mean, if Prince Alex, he went through the gears nicely. Was it 63, 68, 72, 77, and now 81? So, or up to 86. He doesn't do a massive amount. So hence the handicapper has just put him up in little increments, if you like. Boss Power at the top, managed to win at Yarmouth and Wolverhampton on a couple of occasions. Again, lets himself down, being a little bit too keen. That's a combination you've got to keep a close eye on. He will be riding a lot more for Sir Michael Stout this year when Ryan Moore is not available. So Richard Kingscote, a lot more in the Sir Michael Stout camp than he is. He still will ride for Tom Dascombe, but I think that Stouty has got the first call. So there's a little bit of a change up in the jockeys there. But Opera Gift, always improving last year, bumps into Ocean Wind. Ocean Wind went and ran real close to Stradivarius the other day and is rated up 108 now. Been gelded, can only improve. The yards runners don't often need a run, to be honest. And man of the moment, Sonic Probert, as he's affectionately known. That's his new nickname, Sonic. I think it's a great name for a rider. He'll get the job done. Opera Gift.
Opera Gift then in the City Bowl. And a couple of races up in Scotland as well to look at up at Hamilton. We've got another staying handicap as well, due off at 2:40. This looks wide open. Just Archie Watson sends great esteem on the long trip north.
Yeah, guaranteed pace in here with the Trader. He ran over a mile and a half last time and didn't manage to see it out. So it's fascinating that they go the mile and 5. I think they're just sort of throwing everything at the wall as far as he is concerned. He's likely the pace will fall in a hole. Great esteem, super tough performer for the Archie Watson team. He's done really, really well for them. He's a little bit on and off the bridle. You never quite know if you're actually getting to the bottom of him. And then Ben Lilly, who's looking for the treble. However, Morisco ran a cracker at Thirsk. Now, you know the nature of the track at Thirsk. Once they get away from you over a mile and a half, he was last as they came into the straight, tried to make up ground, and it just runs away from you. Never looked like getting anywhere close. All of a sudden, the final 50 yards, he flashes home to finish 4th. Really good run. Goes for Tom Dascombe. We were mentioning him. Jane Elliott, a real big chance for this rider to ride a winner in front of the ITV cameras. And I think he'll definitely stay. The track is suit. He comes in here with a good piece of form last time at Thirsk.
And Morisco then in that 2:40. And then the other end of the spectrum, we've got some speedsters to go at 3:15. Now, 3 of these clashed in a similar race at Nottingham 3.5 weeks ago, where Burning Cash came out on top. He ran a really eye-catching race in the Flying Childers last year. We've got this Dragon Symbol, who's just been very impressive in 3 all-weather starts. Turf debut this afternoon, though. He got put up £14 for a demolition job at Kempton last time.
Yeah, I mean, look, they are all still in the sort of relatively early stages of their career. I keep, statistics will make you say, oh, I want to go with the top rated. And there are a few of these, 102, 103, 99, 96. The lowest rated of the lot is Significantly. However, Significantly looked tremendous in the prelims at Newmarket last time. I sometimes believe down over this sort of trip, you can throw away ratings to a certain point of view. And I should imagine he'll be close to the outsider of the absolute lot. I think he'll get away on the front end Significantly. Clifford Lee rides a lot of winners for the Carl Burke team. It's a roller coaster 5 furlongs down the hill, a real specialist track. You've got to be balanced. The fact that he handled Newmarket so well suggests to me that the track holds no fears whatsoever, and he may well be the outsider of the party. But he looked great to me Significantly last time at Newmarket, back down to the minimum.
We're still trying to work out that race, how Jumbie didn't get a run, aren't we?
Oh, unbelievable. Of course, and he was a nonner the other day in behind Rohan, but Rohan pops up after winning or improving £40 in the winter. And Supremacy, who's one of my 10 to follow for the sprint division, runs last. Shocker at Ascot.
Right, so Super Sunday then to look forward to. What would be the idea of a best bet on of those 7?
I think I'll have to stick with Sacred. It's only because we've got such a strong favourite, and she sits there at an each way price. I find it hard to knock her out to 3. I don't like the favourite, so I can actually see her winning. I just think the Haggis team are in form. You mentioned the rider; he's hot since coming back from Australia. What's not to like?
We look forward to that then, Sacred in the 1,000 guineas. Thanks to Jason for joining us. 7 races to enjoy on a Super Sunday in front of the ITV cameras.